What is the download, just so I know, Johnny? Well, it's all going in the studio today, I tell you. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. This is Colour Me Happy. Could you be called Launch Me Happy or Colour Me Launch? I don't know, we'll come up with a new name because, yes, we're going to be looking at loads of awesome colouring techniques, but it is featuring the brand new stamps and dies from Conie Fong, which you guys have been absolutely loving. I know a lot of you got a hold of these earlier in the week on HSN. That's brilliant. Stay tuned. We're going to inspire you loads in this show. If you didn't get your hands on them, we'll give you the opportunity in this show. I am not here on my own. Providing all the inspiration is my partner in crime for today, is of course Craig. How are you?
I am doing so good to be back on Colour Me Happy, and so good to be doing this launch at Crafters TV. These, if you have not seen them yet, oh my word, these are spectacular. These are so cute. You may be familiar with the Conie Fong range that we've had in the past, but look at these ones here. So these are very kind of magical, maybe mystical. You've got that fairy aspect to them, the angel aspect to them here. Many of them feature in little girls. They do have one that there's a little boy in here. We'll be showing you them just shortly as well. So we are going to be doing a selection of colouring, whether it's your tri-aqua pens, maybe it's your colour blend pencils, maybe it's your tri-blend pens. We are going to go into an absolute colouring crazy frenzy to end this Friday night being here in the UK, of course. I know it's afternoon or maybe even morning for some of you guys stateside as well. So as I say, if you've not seen these before, you're in for a treat. I know many of you have, as Joe said, and you've been dying for this show, and actually some of you have even been shopping the show right before we've gone live.
Absolutely. You guys have 10% already gone of our launch stock for this Colour Me Happy show. You're going to absolutely adore these if you haven't seen them, because you guys love the previous Conie Fong stamps that we bought to you before. We actually exclusively bring you Conie Fong's physical stamps. So whilst some of her digital art is available elsewhere, she works exclusively with us here at Crafters Companion. So it means that the great thing, the joy about having the physical stamp is you can then do all those other awesome techniques with them too. They've all got a kind of angelic biblical feel to them, which is always incredibly popular whenever we bring it to you. I'm going to go through the ones that you have. You can get them on a 2 for $20 or $25, but the best value comes by getting the whole collection. So in here, you have got Angel Messenger. You've also got Angel Whispers here with the dandelion clocks, which is fantastic. Think about decoupaging these up too. They're going to be fabulous for that. You then also have the Angel Wishes, which is this one here. Loving the floral themes that you've got in there. This one is your Angel Prayer, which is just so beautiful. Think about changing the colorways and how you're going to craft these up differently. You're also getting Twinkling Angel in here, and then you've got Friendship Angel too. £60 or $75. Platinum members are looking at £48 or $60, which is fantastic. We do have a whole host of different colouring mediums on the show. I'll take you through those in more detail as we go through the show. We've got tri-blends on the show for you. We've got tri-colour pens. We've even got some brilliant pencils. Head over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.eu, and you'll see everything there under the Shop the Show button. So do go and take a look over there. Very, very excited, Craig, to be able to bring these today for this Colour Me Happy show. And nice to see dies with the Conie Fong range now.
Absolutely. Yeah, really good to have that selection because, of course, what you can do is you can start to do your layering and do all of your masking up if you so wish with your drawing gum. However, you can then start to incorporate the dies that come included as well, and you can start to layer them up if you so wish. So let's go straight in. Now, I've got a piece of our watercolour card within this one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a backdrop first of all. So I'm going to be using within this demo here, so let me show you because we touched upon this one in Wake Up Call. So we did stamp out the image and done a very slight bit of colouring using sparkle pens, and I said to stay tuned when it comes to Colour Me Happy, where we will do this card in detail. So that's what we're going to do. So this one we're using our tri-colours. So let's go in with, I think we'll go in with a bit of meadow, and then we'll also go in with some of the daffodil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to colour a good wee bit onto my glass mat here. So that one being the daffodil, and then what I'm also going to do is that one was the meadow, we're coming in with the daffodil as well. We're going to lay that onto my glass mat. Let me just take that little bit of sticky residue away. So let's go and lay that colour down. So what we can then do, let's bring in our paintbrush. So I've got this one here, and then I'm going to go in, I've got some water in here, and then I'm going to lay some of the water onto my cardstock. So we're going to go right over the top and give that a really good wash. Then what we're going to do is go in with the meadow. So let's go towards the bottom on this one here, and we're going to start to lay this up. What we're going to do is really start to water that down so we can get a nice backdrop over here. So what I'm going to do is turn it around, and although that's a bit of a lime green, although it is called meadow, I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm going to go straight in with this yellow, and then what I'm going to do is lay that colour down as well. What I'm going to do is I want to intensify that yellow a little bit more, but what I don't want to do is go direct into all this water that I've done. So I'm going to take away some of that excess so I can dry off my glass mat, which is there and done. And then let's go back in with the daffodil. Actually, do you know something? I want to make that a bit more striking. Let's go in with the sunflower instead. So let's lay that down. And then what we can do is let's pick up that colour once again, and then I'm going to go over the top, even start to blend them two in. And then turning that one around, let's even now go in with a little bit of the bud green. So I'm laying the colours. You could go straight on with the daffodil and bud green if you want, but I just want to do a little bit of layering as well. So let's go over the top, put my hand, try to be careful because you can see if you do pop your hand on, then you're going to pick up some of that excess colour, but we can cover that up in a moment.
These tri-colours are such great value, aren't they, Craig?
They're so good value, aren't they? So many that you get, and all the different options being water-based, you can do so many of your different colour choices and blending, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely, really great. They're on the show today. There's got a full collection back in stock, which is really lovely to see. All 12 of them with a free marker case as well, which is fantastic. As you see, they're £38 or $57, and that is a full collection of those, which is awesome.
It's just so many, so many. So what I'm going to do is I just need to plug this one in. Going in with my heat tool, and we're going to dry this one off so we can go in. And then what we're going to do is to start with, we will create our own kind of backdrop with the stamps, and then when it comes to the image itself, which is Angel Whispers that I'm using, what I'm going to do is we'll do this on a separate bit of cardstock. And you said it as well, Joe, having those dies just gives you an extra element of focal detail by being able to just lift it up slightly, whether it's your foam pads or your glue gel. So we can go in here. If you leave it to dry naturally, it will dry more flat.
Okay.
If we use a heat tool like I'm doing, it will start to curve, but all that you need to do is flatten it down with something heavy, or use a wet glue or a red liner tape when you're sticking them down.
Awesome top tip there, Craig. Lots of love for these. Trace says, Craig makes everything look so easy. Mary says the stamps are adorable. Hannah loves everything Spectrum Noir. And Joy says how much she loves using them like you did by popping them down on the mat is a great way to use them. Sue says, I've ordered the stamps and the dies and the tricolour aqua pens, and then I noticed the MIDI is back in stock, so I had to have that as well. Why not?
Why not?
Why not indeed? Treat yourself to it. Treat yourself fried. Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, but do you know what? Yeah, treat yourself any day, couldn't we? Can't we? So what we can do is if I go into this stamp set here, and I'm going to stamp a few of these little dies and these little stamps first of all. So let's go in with these floral bits here. And then just to say as well, these bits here that I'm away to stamp, I'm not away to die cut these, but you do get the dies for even these ones. So please don't think you're only getting the die to match the main image. You're actually getting the dies to match all these individual parts as well. Not every single one, but you can see here, you've got the flower, the butterfly, and you've got a couple of those florals as well. So you've got that nice selection. So what we can do is let's come in now. I can use my 4x4 stamping platform or any of them, but because these are nice and small, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use acrylic block that I've got here. So I do like any acrylic blocks for anything that's really quite small. And because I have dried this with my heat tool, because it's kind of bent over slightly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my magnetic base just to keep it flattened while I come in with a bit of stamping. And you could, if you wanted to, stamp first using waterproof Noir Black. But as you can see here, what I've done is the opposite on this occasion. And then I've come in and I'm doing my colouring first, and then I'm going to do my stamping. One or the other. And then what I'm also going to do, actually before I stamp that, let me have a look at my nesting dies. I want to roughly pick it. Let's go, I want to go for kind of one of my rectangles.
Gosh, that is some stash of nesting dies there, isn't it?
Just some of them. This isn't even all of our nesting dies. These are all mine, Adam. Yep. You can tell I do love my nesting dies when it comes to my layers. But yeah, these ones, just to show I am a big fan, I do love mine.
Have you got more?
Yeah, just a couple of other sheets.
Showing off now, isn't he?
These are our Totally Tiffany magnetic sheets, and they're not all full of nesting dies. There's only maybe about 3 or 4 sheets, and my plan, when I get a bit of time, is actually transfer all of these from the packets onto these ones here. So they're not all full, they're just a few of them that's loaded up. That is my plan. Actually, maybe we'll do that this weekend, sitting in the garden if it's nice. So the guys.
Absolutely.
It's a good opportunity.
Bit of al fresco crafting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Why not? Why not? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for torn edge rectangle, and I'm going to go for the third one down for this one. And then what I'm going to do as well is you can, if you want, die cut it, then stamp off the page. But what I want to do is to make it a wee bit more naturally organic. What I'm going to do is I roughly have, look at that sticking to my magnetic discs. I have an idea that's where it's going to go. So let's go in, and then I'm going to stamp. I'm going to build up my own image. And this is a good way to do it not perfectly. Sometimes if you try and be perfect, it just doesn't work. So therefore, what we can do is if you've used that as a guide beforehand, that just makes it a little bit easier for you to then do stamping off the page. So let's go into there, and then let's go up into here. So that's all that I'm going to do with that one. So let's move my stamps out the way. Then now, at this point, what I can do, let's go in, I'm going to pop that one over, and let's layer this one up with my low-tack tape. And I've also got my MIDI just to the side of me, and then I'm going to run this one through into place. So let's run that into my folder, and then we're going to pop that one through, and then let's turn that way. Let's do it the easiest way. It helps, Joe. It helps to do things the easiest way.
Absolutely. Monkey Head Bonker says, mine arrived already. I'm very excited to colour these babies. Shudai says, Joe, I'm patiently waiting for my son to build me a shelf to exhibit all my Spectrum Noir. I love Spectrum Noir. I'm mad about this range. Loads of you love them. Because the thing is, you're getting artist quality, but without having to pay that premium price tag. And then the other great thing is that there's all the inspiration from us here at Crafters TV. So we're going to explain to you how you use them. I think that is why, Craig, don't you people love it so much?
That's it. Yep, 100% agree with you. That is why everyone loves us so much. Of course, with our personalities and banters with each other. But yeah, the fact that you're able to go back time and time again. Now, before I stamp this next image, I just want to go over again, because I know there'll be a few thinking, well, why didn't you just die cut first, then stamp?
That is what I was thinking.
That was what you were thinking. So, if you want to stamp off the page, now, some of you might think, Craig, that makes no sense. Some of you at home will be like, I know exactly what you mean, Craig. To stamp off the page, to purposely do it, sometimes you become too perfect, because your eye is drawn in and you're trying to stamp nice and perfectly. So therefore, if you then do your random stamping first, then come along with the die cutting, then it just means that it's then going to die cut off the page for you. It's going to take away that element of trying to be not so naturally perfect when it comes to the stamping. So now that I've got my backdrop here, what I'm going to do is come in with another piece of watercolour card. And then this is where we're going to come in with our main image. So we're going to go in once again with the Angel Whispers. And I'm going to pop it in. We're going to go into place here. And then I'm using my large platform. And then we're going to press. And like many of our stamping dies that come together, you might want to die cut first, then come along and stamp. It's entirely up to yourself. Usually I do die cut first, then stamp, but with on this image here, I want to make sure I've got a big, good base to do the colouring in and to show you how you can then start to get into all of those little nooks and crannies of our dress, and even like our wings, our fairy wings. So here we go.
They're very different, aren't they, to the original Conie Fongs that we launched, Craig, which is nice. It is good. There's such a range in the illustrations that Conie brings to us. Because they are very, very different. They were, as I said, extremely busy when they were featured on HSN earlier this week. So if you did get them, actually I'd love to know if you did manage to get your hands on them. It was a very, very busy craft day on HSN. So do let me know. Sue says, Craig, I learned so much from your shows. Isn't that nice?
Oh, thank you. It's really nice of you to say. I think sometimes as well, what we'll kind of establish, I think actually both Ben and Johnny had said it once before after my last one. I think because I don't do Colour Me Happies often, they like to see kind of my take on some of the colouring aspects, which is always nice to hear. So, you know, I get to come on, I get to stamp and colour, give you my ideas and inspiration, and it's nice when you love all of ours on the team and all the different takes. But here we go. There's something quite spiritual with them as well. They don't have to be if you don't want to go down that avenue, but they do have that bit of a spiritual look, having the angel wings within that back. Or of course you can just use them as, or theme them as fairies if you wish. So what we're going to do is let's go back in now with our tri-colours. So we can then go in with, I'm going to do some of, let's do the sunflower, maybe the jasmine as well. So let's start with the sunflower. And this is when I'll be using my glass mat, or you could be using your craft mat. And we're going to go in with our paintbrush. And we're going to dip my paintbrush into the water. And then I think actually I might even go with a finer paintbrush. I think I'll go with a number 3 instead. And then we're going to be picking the colour up, Joe. And then we're going to go in. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to lay that colour towards the left-hand side of all of the swirls within our dress. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with just a little bit more water, and then we're going to start to pull all the colour out when it comes to our dresses into all of those little wraps that just wrap around. Let's go in with a little bit more water. And then this is one of the easiest ways, and I think one of the most satisfying ways when it comes to colour, watercolouring with any images.
Susie Teese is very excited to be on the Craft House tomorrow, Craig, with myself and Debbie. Make sure you join us both for that. Well, all three of us, myself and Susie and Debbie, that'll be great. Pamela says, Joe, literally the postal person just bought my 3 Conie Fong Angels from HSN. Quickly, Pamela, go, break them free of their packaging and you'll be able to craft along with Craig, which would be fantastic, won't it?
It would.
Love that.
And then you could then say you were the first one to get one of your Conie Fong images onto Crafters TV.
Yes, whoever sends us a picture. Yeah, if Pamela gets us a picture before the show, she might be the first one. You never know.
Even Pamela, even if it's just stamping it out and I don't know, maybe spritzing with a bit of colour or something, you know, that'd be good to see your picture. Nice.
So there was only 3 of these apparently that launched on HSN Craig. So maybe you're going to come in and use this opportunity to grab the other ones. Any 2 of these for £20 or $25 if you are looking to complete your collection, which is fantastic.
Yeah. Really good, isn't it? Really nice. And what we kind of noticed on Wake Up Call this morning, many of you were really looking forward to seeing the little boy and getting a hold of the little boy within this this set. Which is, so I've got it here, what was the stamp? It is the Friendship Angel. Yeah, that little boy there. Do you know something? You know, girls have short hair. You could colour it so it could be a little girl if you want. You can do that one. Get your creative flow into play and see what you come up with.
I love that he's got his little doggy friends with him and his little cat friend as well. It's cute, super cute.
It's nice, isn't it? And just what the difference it makes just having the extra dies as well and not just having the stamps. Just opens up a world of opportunity when it comes to your crafting. So we've done, that was the sunflower, wasn't it? So let's go in with a little bit of gold now. So it's gold, but it looks a bit like orange. So we can go in, I'm going to go back to my larger one, the number 6. And then what we can do, as we were doing a moment ago, I'm going to go in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go round the edges with a bit more of a deeper tone here. And then we'll give that just a wee second, not long at all, to dry off. While I give that a second, I'm going to go in into all these flourishes of our dresses, around our waist, around our arms. We've even got a little bit around our neck. And then that's what we're doing with that one. Now that's enough time. Let's go back to my smaller one. So I'm finding with, when I was prepping some of these, Joe, I was going between my number 6 and my number 3 when it comes to these ones. And then when I done the background at the start, you'll see I used the larger one. But doing watercolouring for these ones, it was the number 3 and the number 6 that I was going between each sample. So I'm going to go in with a bit more of that heavier gold on this one. And then I'm really going to just pick that out onto the edges. And then what I can do is I'm going to go in with a wee bit more water. And then I'm going to start to just blend that one out. So then in that case, we're going to get that depth all the way around. It's getting a bit lighter and it's getting a bit lighter before it gets even more lighter within the middle. So there is that one. And then what we can then do is let's go in with a bit of chestnut, and we can lay that colour down. And you can see I'm only doing little bits of colour, Joe. You know, you can always add. There's no point in putting loads and loads down and then wasting it. So just put little bits down, and then we can go in, and I'm going to water it down a fair bit, and then I'm going to do basically a bit of a wash, Joe, around her hair. I'm not going to be precise, I'm just going to go all the way over, even the little flowery bit just now, and then what we'll do is we give that just a second or two to dry off before we come in with a bit more depth of colour.
Fantastic. Very, very busy on these already, Craig. Most people going for that larger collection. Almost a fifth of the stock gone now on these. It is very busy. I mean, the previous collection without the dies that we did were very, very busy. So I knew that these were going to go the same way, especially now if you've got the dies in there as well. So it does give you so many added options when it comes to putting these together, and also great that you've got the physical stamps too, so you can look at doing, can't you, Craig, all the things, because I know Conie Fong makes her artwork available as digital downloads elsewhere, but what difference does it make having the physical stamps? I'm guessing it opens up a whole host of different techniques that you can do.
It does, it really does. It means that you've got that physical product, so then you can then come along and you can do one of my favourite stamp techniques is where I spritz with water and then I do my water reactive ink, whatever colour, onto the stamp, spritz that, stamp it, then what you get is you get a real mottled kind of watery image, let it dry, then you restamp your image with a black or something deep over the top, and it's a nice way to add a lot of colour without colouring as well. One of my favourite techniques to do that one. So you can do those sorts of things if you've got the physical product as well. The thing is as well, what it does is it enables you to then stamp onto the correct cardstock. So if you're wanting to be using your alcohol pens, then you can then be stamping onto your Nina cardstock. Of course, if you're wanting to do your watercolouring, stamp onto your watercolouring. You know, you can still be putting these cardstocks through your printer if they are digital format. The only concern that you've got is not all printers take all of the cardstocks. So you really do have a lot more scope having the physical product. And you know what it's like, Joe. It feels so good having a physical product. You don't want,
absolutely.
You don't want a file on your computer or laptop, do you?
Well,
you'd rather have the physical product, wouldn't you?
I actually saw something on Instagram earlier. There's a specific term for it. I can't remember what it is. But basically, like Gucci and lots of other brands out there now, Craig, are selling like digital sneakers. So it's like you buy a pair of sneakers, they're a commodity, I guess, and you just have them like, you have it like on your phone, like a thing. Like it's just not a real thing. Kate Moss apparently sold a video, which was like the sequence chain link of numbers for the video for like £16,000. You can just go online and look at the video, but someone actually owns it, like the actual thing that's on the internet.
Really?
I've never heard such a thing. I guess it's like an elaboration of like, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and stuff like that.
You've never heard such a thing.
Imagine a digital pair of sneakers.
I've never heard such tosh in my life.
Isn't it?
No, don't want a file. I want something that's a physical product.
Absolutely.
You can do that. So what we can do is let's do a little bit of colouring with the skin tone. So I'm going to now do a little bit of mixing with tulip. So let's lay our tulip down. And each time when I'm finishing, I'm wiping away any of that excess water or liquid because I don't want to go direct into my pen, into water, maybe start to saturate the nib that little bit more than what we want it to be. So if we go direct in, so we've done a little bit of the tulip, let's go into, I always fall for this one, is it desert or dessert?
Desert.
Desert. So dessert is 2 S's.
Dessert is 2 S's, yeah.
So that's
happens to me all the time.
I always fall foul to that one. So what I can do is putting the two together, and then I'm going to bring them in, and I'm going to start to do my
Do you know the other thing I
colouring.
can't? Let me know in the comments what words or phrases or sort of things like this you get wrong. The one I can't do, Craig, is affect and effect. I never know which one is which, because one's with an A and one's with an E, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, Leanne was trying to teach me in the week. I think I might have got it. Something affects something, and then it's a cause and effect. So the first one is the A, and the second one is the E. But I'm never really sure. I have to literally Google it every time I use the word.
Yeah. You know, and you know, I have trouble with stuff like that. But you know what I am good with?
What's that?
There, and there.
Yeah, I'm alright with that one.
Where, you know, funny enough, you know, you would think that I wouldn't be good at that if I can't even get dessert and desert right. But no, I'm quite good at knowing the difference of them ones.
Tracy Hope says digital sneakers. Why? Why indeed, Tracy? I don't know. Monkey Head Bonker says digital sneakers. I just don't get it.
No.
I don't get it either. But then someone did explain it to me in a different way. I guess it's just a promised worth of something, isn't it? Which basically is what cash is, Craig. Because cash physically isn't worth the money that it is it? It's just a promise to make it worth that much. So is it really that strange after all? Who knows?
Who knows?
You didn't think you were going to get such highbrow discussion, did you, on a Friday evening? No.
Not at all. Not at all. The things we learn. We've had such an educational couple of days with me and you, Joe.
We have, haven't we? We really have. Maybe not stuff that you thought you needed to learn at the start of the week, but I'm sure you're pleased that you've learnt it nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Lots and lots. So here we go. So I'm just doing a little bit of mix. So I did do a little bit of mix in there with tulip, and I've done a little bit of, so I've done the tulip. What did I do with my other one? I moved out there. Desert, thank you very much. Adam, and then I did come in and added just a little bit more, or a little bit of daffodil, just to darken it slightly. And then what I'm even, sorry Joe.
Sorry, Pamela says dessert to eat, 2 S's, because it's twice as good as a desert. See?
I like
That's
that
a good
one.
way to remember it. There you are.
I like that one, yeah. That's a good one to remember.
Pamela's got our back.
I like that one. Yeah, it's just, I don't think I'll ever, you know when you get those words that you just know you'll never get to grips
It's just
with?
the way it is, isn't it?
It's the way it is. Yep, Celine Dion says that's the way it is. So here we go. Now you'd be spending a lot more time than I am, but what we're going to do is let's go in with a tiny bit of meadow, and then what I'm going to do is go in with my paintbrush and then water that down slightly, and then just when it comes into these bits here, I'm just doing little bits of dabbing. I'm not going to do too much. I'm going to just blend that one out, because remember we're going to come in with the dye in a moment.
Trace says she loves it when us two are teamed up. Always a great show. I'm not sure it will happen all that much after this week, Craig.
No, I'm not sure
We've
either.
had way too much fun the last couple of days.
Well, the thing is, after after tomorrow, you're not back till Thursday, are you?
Indeed.
So we've only got Thursday, Friday together, and then I'm off for a little break. So
Yeah, you're from your little hollybobs, aren't you?
I am.
Nice.
I am indeed. But I have to say, I know we've got an awesome cartload planned next week, haven't we?
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be a big one, isn't it? That's my first day back on Thursday. Big cartload coming your way. There's also a great show coming up tomorrow, myself and Debbie. Debbie's double discount craft vault. Is that it? Brilliant. Thanks, Johnny. I finally got it. I've been saying it wrong all day. But that's happening tomorrow. Play Your Crafts Right is coming tomorrow as well. And we've got the Craft House with Susie T joining us as well. What a day it's going to be. It's going to be a super Saturday here on Crafters TV. You're going to want to make sure you join us all day, I reckon.
I'm going to have a cracking day. It's going to be a fun day. Look forward to watch. Sitting in the garden, cup of tea, maybe a fizzy drink, and watching the two of yous.
Fantastic.
That's my plan. Right, so let's bring these ones in and then let's start to wrap this demo up here. So what did I do with my original backdrop? Oh, there we go. I used the back just to test some of the colours as I was mixing up. So that's what I've got onto here. Let's bring in one of the other backdrops that I've done of just scallop and then also onto our yellow texture. So let's bring in a card blank now. I'm just making sure that's all dried off. It is. So I've taken my card blank, which is a 4.5 by 6, and then I folded this part back. So it's going to actually look a little bit like a Z fold card, but with a bit more of a longer top to it. So let's go in with our cardstock.
Shadiah, I love that you've overestimated me slightly here, Shadiah. Shadiah, this is a simple way. Affect is a verb. It means to impact or change. Affect is usually a noun. I mean, I am super chuffed that you think I know what the difference between a verb and a noun is, to be honest, Shadiah. But I thank you all the same.
What is the difference?
I don't know, Craig.
Verb and a noun.
A verb is a doing word and a noun is a describing word. Is that right?
I don't know.
Johnny, your children are at school, you should know. Is that correct?
You spent many time doing homeschooling.
Not sure. Yeah, we were just teaching about Arctic rolls and John Smith's, that was it. Which Debbie tomorrow? Debbie with a Y. Debbie Robinson will be with me tomorrow. Kathy wants to know what were the colour pens you used for the skin tone there, Craig?
So I mixed a little bit of tulip and I mixed a little bit of desert, and then I did come in with a very little bit of daffodil. Very little bit of daffodil, just to finish it off. So what I can then do, so we've got this one, so that's going to go into place here. However, what I have done is I've created my kinetic, my base bit for the Z fold. So that can then, before I actually pop this one on, what I'm going to do is attach this one first. So let's go in here, and then let's go in with this one. So I'm going to pop this one to here. I'm going to tape that in. We're going to pop this one on as well. So let's flatten that out so it's nice and even. So we can come in here. So that can go into place onto this bit. So I know I need to pop some tape down here, and then let's just double check. I know I need to pop some tape here. So let's come into here. We're going to lay that one on into place. So what we can do is press that. But I've already pre-done this sentiment. Done this sentiment still using the Noir Black waterproof and also our watercolour card, and just done You're an Angel. You do also get the angel kisses on this one here as well. Now you might want to mix and match with the other one. That's the one, or the other stamp set. That's the good thing with these ones. The fonts in each of the sets all work perfectly together and match perfectly together. So we've got this one in with a foam pad, of course. So if I pop that one here, that one can go to the back of the workings, into this bit. And then the other bit I've also pre-done before is just these butterflies. So what we've got is a few of them here. So these come within the set. If I turn this one round, you've got a full butterfly, and then you've also got your butterfly as if it's just taken off into the sky. So there's your full one, and then there's the one that's just starting to flutter away. So let's go in with our pads. And the dies are optional, Joe. You know, you get them in the set, but you don't have to use them if you don't want to. Or maybe you want to create little bits of an off shadow. That's the good thing with having them. All about versatility and being able to mix and match with them.
Noun, Fred's got our back here by the way, they say noun is a person, place or thing, and verb is an action word, Craig. One more thing for us to remember.
It is, yeah. Or one more thing.
Ask me about anything like that, not a clue. Ask me about what sheet of paper a paper pad's from, you know, 3 years ago. Boom, I know it straight away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about what's important, I guess, isn't it? Your priorities, Craig.
You have to prioritise things in life, don't
Absolutely.
you? And words and numbers just aren't a priority to me.
Absolutely not.
Unless it's like GSM of a cardstock or something.
Then you
That's
know
the only numbers.
I love that there's a nice big, they've left the cutting line quite loose around the character, Craig. Gives you a really lovely little silhouette, doesn't it?
It's a really nice silhouette, even to the point, what I would do is, you know, I tend to do this quite a lot, but I don't have the time, so I'm not going to do it on this one, but I would come in with, let's see, where's my other one? Let's go in with Slade on this one. So what I would do is go in with the Slade onto my glass mat with some water as well. So let's just water this bit down. Then what I would do is, obviously I would do this before I've stuck it down, but I would go around the edge. You know how when I do stamped images, Joe, I go around the edges of either the tri-blend or the classics with the grey? Well, exactly the same form on this one here with the Slade, and I would go all the way round. You have that option again, but I would go all the way round with that grey. It just creates more of a backdrop. We've got our workings of our Z Fold card there. That one being from the Angel Whispers.
Brilliant, absolutely love it. Really, really busy start to the show, Craig, as we knew it would be, because they are just beautiful, these stamps, and lucky and just so lovely that we've brought them to you with those dies now as well, but still managed to keep the price point, I think, great value for money, considering you're getting 6 die sets, 6 stamp sets within here. Can you use the stamp sets on their own without the dies? 100%, absolutely yes, you're going to want to do that. Maybe even using some of the embellishing elements away from the main focal point element. There's no reason why you've got to put everything on the one project. You're going to find lots of different uses for them. You can get them on their own individually. You can also get them any two for let me just grab this here, £20 or $25. There we are. Our best value comes when you get the whole collection. You're also getting a tri-blend marker included as well. I'll show you that in a second. So you've got Angel Messenger, which is this one here. You've then got Angel Whispers, which is the ones that you've just seen Craig using. This one here is your Angel Wishes. Almost like a buttercup or something. I love this embellishing element just there. Do you see that? The little heart with the wings on it. I think that is super, super cute. This one here is your Angel Prayers. Oh, look at the little chickens on this one. Your Twinkling Angels. And then finally, you've got, they're like little chicks, look. Are they little chicks?
Oh, they're birds.
What sort of birds?
Well, Just birds that
Birds
fly.
that can fly. All birds fly, Adam. If they're not little chicks, then what are... Okay, let's just move on. Let's move on. Because we're going to fall out of each other. Friendship Angel is the other one that you've got here as well. I love the cute little dog and cat within here. And also, I love the halo and the stars. You'll definitely want to use those separately away from this collection. Now, if you want to get them all, you just saw the individual details there for you, which is absolutely fantastic. It is very, very busy on them. A quarter of the stock has already gone. Joy says, oh yes, I keep trying to shortchange you, don't I? Let me bring that in so you can have a look at it. You are going to get a free tri-blend pen in here. It is your dark red blend. So you get DR1, 3 and 4 within there. So really nice to get that included as a little bonus, which is fantastic. So a lot of love for that last creation there. Heidi says the stamps are gorgeous. Joy loved that last demonstration. I did Sue. Kay loves the card. Mary says very, very cute. And Yolanda saying beautiful card. Sue Hints has agreed with you, Adam. They are birdies apparently, and not chicks. Do you know why I thought they were chicks? Some friends of mine have just got chicks. They're going to have like a little chicken run in their backyard. So I think chicks are just right in the forefront of mind. They had them from eggs and put them in incubator, Craig, and they hatched.
Really?
Tiny, tiny little chicks. It's so cute. Kay says, I don't think chicks fly. All right, we get the picture. If pigs can fly, why can't chicks? That's what I want to know. You tell me. Right, Craig, I know you've got loads that you want to share with us. Doesn't the time just fly by in these Colour Me Happy shows? Oh, do you know what? I had to show you something else, didn't I?
Yeah, please do.
Oh, I'm forgetting myself. I want to show you the tricolours. Let me show you these. So you know how amazing the tri-blend markers were when we brought them to you? They completely revolutionised the colouring market. Well, this is the same, but what you've got now is a brush pen, and what you've got in here, these aren't the right ones. These are the tri-blend brush pens. It's essentially this, but in a watercolour pen is what you're getting. So it's exactly what Craig was just showing you. Now, the way these work is with our tri-blend markers, the way that they're designed is that you have 3 shades of the same colour. With these, you don't. You actually have 3 different colours in each pen. So Warm Primary, for instance, has the flame red, the sunflower and the marine. When you blend those, they blend seamlessly in together and give you that beautiful ombre. So they've been curated so they do that. Then what we've done is we've put them with 2 other pens containing a further 6 colours that are all going to work beautifully together as well. That is your colour basics. You've also got your essential neutrals, the great outdoors, and you're going to receive the floral meadow in there as well. Now they all come to you in, all 12 of them come to you in a carry case, which is fantastic. So you've even got a little portable case that you're gonna be able to move these around in. The case is coming to you totally free of charge as well. That's worth $11.99 or $16.95. Here's the whole collection for you. It's a really brilliant deal, this, I think. Great value when you consider that it's a full collection that you are getting there for that price, which is absolutely awesome. Right, Craig, what would you like to share with us next?
So we're going to go in with our tri-blends next, and we're going to be using our Angel Messenger for this one. So we can go in now. So I've got my stamps out and I've got my dies out. Really nice work. You know, it could be a number of the birdies or that. You know, it could be a dove if you wanted to, or I'm trying to think what else it could be. So you've got your dove. It could be, what else could that be? That she got in her hand. Or,
could be a chicken.
Could be. It could be a chicken. It's not a budgie. I suppose it,
I'm not very good with Avarian. Is that what the word? Avarian creatures?
Well, is that what it is? Is that where the
birds live in aviaries, don't they? Avarian.
Yeah, aviaries. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, my granddad used to have an aviary.
John, who is backstage, his dad was a champion pigeon racer, apparently.
Was he?
He was a pigeon fancier. That's what they're called.
A pigeon what?
Fancier.
Fancier?
That's what people that keep pigeons are called, yeah, and race pigeons.
Oh.
I love that you're coming back to me like there's going to be a punchline. There isn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the end of that.
I thought, oh, he's coming back with something. It's like my stepdad. 9 times out of 10, he'll say something, and there's actually a punchline away.
No, it's not all of my conversations end in. Not all of my conversations end in punchlines, Craig.
No.
You know, sometimes it's just facts.
All facts.
Not a joke, just a fact.
Pigeon fancier. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting. You see, as well as I...
Amazing how they just know how to get home as well. No matter where you take
Yeah.
them, they just fly back home.
They just arrive home.
It's like they've got an inbuilt sat-nav as standard.
Maybe they do. Might do. But you say pigeons and then I think of Jack Duckworth from Coronation
Me too.
Street. God bless his soul. What, Bill Tarney is his real name, isn't it? With Vera. Up above, looking down, but it's probably not looking down on us. Looking down on the pigeons. Taking a tripod. I'm gonna restart just so we can. Just making sure we get really good coverage into here, and that's.
This one on the cloud with the wings there as well. There's something quite like ancient Greek about it, Craig.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
there is.
She's like a Greek goddess, isn't she, on that cloud?
She's just floating there. She's just saying hello to the pigeon. Even the one. Well,
Pigeon.
pigeon.
It's definitely a dove.
A dove.
Yeah. The pigeon.
Could be Vera when she was a little girl. So let's go in. So what I'm going to do is going in. Like, I've got my tri-blends here. So let's go in with green turquoise on this one here. Excuse me, I'm just about to take a quick drink.
What ink pad are you using here, Craig?
So I have used our alcohol-proof Noir Black. So because we're using our alcohol pens now, we are using our alcohol-proof. So use your alcohol-proof for your tri-blends, your classics, your illustrator pens. That's going to ensure that you're going to be able to do some blending, and then you'll also be able to get them without any smudging. So let's take the green turquoise blend. Let's take I've also got gold, should have the gold yellow here at the side of me as well. Let's have a look, we'll find it in a second. What else do I need? Ice grey. So we'll go for the ice grey here. And then what else have I got written down that I need? I need purple and jade green. So there's jade green. And then we've got the, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, where's the purple blend? Right, we'll find that in a minute, well, after we started colouring. So when you're colouring with your alcohol pens, George, just pop a little bit of cardstock underneath. Doesn't need to be any good cardstock, you know, inexpensive is fine. Just enough so that you've got something sitting onto the base.
Eva says, you guys are cracking me up. It was Craig's monologue about Jack Duckworth that set me off. I don't know about you guys at home. Jack Duckworth is a character in Coronation Street, which is is a very long-running soap here in the UK.
And the US.
And the US?
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
they
they?
get it in US.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yep. I do indeed. I actually think with Coronation Street in America, I've got a funny feeling they're maybe like a couple of weeks behind. You know, like, I don't know if you know this, but you know how in Neighbours, the Australian soap here in the UK, we're now back to being a couple of weeks behind. I think that's the case with Corrie in America, I think. Anyway, do you know what? It's not important. Let's go
Well,
in.
it is to you. Doves and pigeons are in the same family bird-wise. I knew this, you know, because when I'm in the Canaries, they look like pigeons, but they're doves. They're like very slender, svelte little pigeons. But they're not quite white like a dove. It's like a really skinny pigeon. So yeah, they are all under the rock doves umbrella of birds. Does sound like a band name, doesn't it?
The Rock Doves. Thank you, Connecticut. Beep being the Rock Doves.
Cuckoo. That's what they'd say if they were birds, wouldn't they, at the end of the gig? Ah, rock on, cuckoo.
That could be their t-shirt. Cuckoo. Dab in that one there. Let's go in. So what we've done on that one is we've gone for the 3 shades within the green turquoise. And then for this one, with the dress, what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely lay down the lightest tone of the green turquoise. You know how they say laughter extends your life? See, after just this 2 days.
I'm going to live forever after these last couple of days.
I'm going to
literally
live forever with
we're going to be like Peter
with
Pan
you.
after today.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. So laying down the full dress with the lightest tone. And this is thinking it as being priming your cardstock. It's giving it a base for your additional layers of ink to then not only sit on, but blend into. So then I'm now going to go right to the other side, which is the deep side, the darker side of the colours. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow some of the waves within her dress. So I'm going to work my way round. So we're going to go in, following these ones. Now, I'm not going to do all the dress just now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do little bits, and then I'm going to go in now with the lightest tone. And what I'm doing is only or just where the dark tone meets the lighter tone, I'm blending it out slightly with the mid-tone. So we're going in here, and then what we can do is I'm going to blend that one out. And then what I can do is go back in with the lightest tone, and I'm finishing that one off. And if you're new to us, or you're new to Spectrum Noir or Tri-Blends, or you're thinking, oh, I've never seen pens like that before. You know, we've done a number of dedicated Tri-Blend shows in the past, or, you know, a lot of it being featured with Tri-Blend. So always go back and watch either on, either on our website, or I would absolutely say, you know, the best place to go is YouTube, where you can subscribe, can't
They
you?
are. You can subscribe on YouTube, and also the shows are arranged into playlists, which is really helpful, Craig. So the pencils that we've got on the show today, the Tri-Blend brush pens, the regular Tri-Blends, and also the Tri-Colour markers have all got full dedicated 2-hour Colour Me Happy shows. Some of them with multiples as well. Tri-Blends have got 4 or 5, I think. I know that the Tri-Colours have got a couple of different ones on there. So whereas in this show we're kind of focusing on colouring a specific set of stamps, normally we focus on a specific colouring medium. So go back and watch them back. This is the 54th one that you can watch back online, Craig. So there's 53 others waiting for you on the website to go back to, because it was, of course, the 1-year anniversary of Colour Me Happy just last week.
All right. So that's just the 54th Colour Me Happy. It's not the 54th show, it's just the 54th Colour Me Happy.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more than 54
shows.
Oh,
other shows,
yeah.
Just Colour Me Happy,
Just Colour Me
though.
Happy, yeah.
This will be the 54th one that we've done. So you can go and watch them back at your leisure, totally for free, anytime you want, which is brilliant.
It really is, isn't it? And, you know, I know you like to pick up on this quite a lot, Joe, and it's right, and so you should. They're free.
Sorry?
They're free.
For free.
For free. You know, you've got experts out there that pay for classes, even online classes now. Not with us. Do you know what? You don't even have to buy in, and you can still watch it all for free to get ideas and inspiration. So what we can do is let's go in with let's go in with the bright pink on this one here. And I'm going to go into the flower here. So I'm going to lay the lightest tone, and I'm going to go all the way over. So we're going to go into place here. And then I'm going to go in now. Talking about for free, can I give you a bit of a tease as to Monday?
I'm not sure you're allowed to.
Well, I'm going to.
Whoa, it's going rogue. Go on then.
Monday, I've only got wake up call. So therefore, at the end of the day here in the UK, 9:30 at night, 4:30 Eastern time, 1:30 Pacific time, I'm doing a Facebook Live from home. And it's something that's very new to us, and that's Violet Studios. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a short one. It's only going to be 4.5 hours long, this one.
That's the rate. Well, the rate I'm going
now.
No,
they're getting longer.
They're getting longer.
Your hunky-dory one was 3 hours, was it?
Bang on 3 hours.
Bang on 3 hours, yep.
Yep. So I will be here to remind you on Monday, but as I've only got that one show in the morning, just to give you a tease. And then I'm doing another one on the Wednesday, Cartload special, but that's all next week.
And he might do a Facebook Live. He will do a Facebook Live, Monday and Wednesday.
Yep.
Check him out. Where can we find you on Facebook, Craig?
Just go into, if you go into Facebook and just search my name, Craig Laird CC, but it goes for all of us on the team. Just type our name in and end it with CC and it'll pop up. You can see that there, and exactly the same for Instagram. And I believe that's the same for all of us on the team. If you go to Instagram, our name, full name, CC, and we'll all pop up so you can give us a follow as well. And you're the same, Joe Remblin CC as well.
Joe Remblin CC.
Yep. So there we go, we're all there. And if there's anyone in the team, I urge you to follow if you don't already do it, and that is Fiona, because she does this fascinating thing with our coffee, is it coffee leaves?
Coffee grinds, yeah.
Coffee grinds. It's addictive to watch each day, is to see what you can see within our coffee grinds.
You can read your, apparently like, isn't there like a spiritual thing where you read your coffee grinds, or is it tea leaves? I can't remember, is it one of the two? People like use tea leaves or coffee grinds, both is it, to predict your future? This is a thing as well, people are having, this is a thing, a bonkers thing, I don't know if I should tell you this, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's something I read in the news earlier this week, that people believe so much in parts of the Far East about having their palms red, people are having some lines in their palms tattooed in, because they believe it's going to make them more lucky.
Really?
Like your fortune line and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Actually having them accentuated with like cosmetic surgery in order to make themselves more lucky. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have it tattooed on.
No, I don't think so, Craig.
No.
Not my bag. I'm too much of a wimp. That's why I don't have any tattoos whatsoever.
It's not that
I think
I'm a
it'll hurt
wimp,
too much.
but I don't have any tattoos. And yeah, it's not because I'm a wimp, and I do like the look of some tattoos, but it's not something that I've ever thought about having done.
I almost got a halogen oven tattooed at some point in the past, but decided against it. It's a story for another day, Craig. Let's move on.
That'll be one story I'm sure we'd all love to hear one day.
I'll share with you all one day. It'll be in my memoirs.
Do you know something? I think you would have a really interesting memoirs, Joe. But would it be like 100% honest?
No, it would be completely sugar-coated. You should never let the truth get in the way of a good story, Craig. No, I wouldn't. It'd be warts and all, Craig.
If someone does an autobiography, it's got to be warts and all. You have to, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who you like, who you don't like.
I mean, I don't know the difference between a verb and a noun. I'm not sure I've got a book in me, to be honest, Craig.
Can you not just get a ghostwriter?
Talking of ghosts, they're talking about ghostwriters in my ear. Any more spooky, ghoulish goings on at yours, Craig?
No.
Okay.
No, ever since we said that, no, nothing's happened whatsoever. Very strange. Not any, you know, I know creaking noises, that could be the heating or anything like that, but nothing that's made me think, oh, that was a bit strange.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it.
No, I'm not, because I'm kind of like, I wish something would happen. Wish something would happen, but no, maybe yet.
I think lockdown might be getting to you, Craig, where you're even just for a bit of company hoping there's some ghost spirits in the house.
Throwing stones or something at my window or that. Throwing Arctic rolls at my window. So I've gone in, I'm going in with the tan blend here. So I've done the dress with the turquoise green, and then I've gone in with the ice green. I've done the wings as well as the dove. So if we go in here and then laying down with the lightest tone.
I love that the other birds in the imagery have got like a letter and a love heart, Craig, which is quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that, it's the way that you can mix them as well. You've got some of the different birds, but then with the love hearts, as you say, works really nice. And you might want to use them as individual elements. You know, as the one you were just showing there, you know, you might want to use it as separate accessory to maybe one of your other projects if you want, because you've got the dies, certainly within this one here, you've got the dies with the doves as well. So yeah, you can go all out. What I've done is I've laid the light down. Now when it comes to all of the detail with the swirl, the detail of the swirls in the hair, I would spend a lot more time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into all of these, just into the centre parts of her hair, even around this floral. I'm going to come down the back. This is me now going to the darker side of the pen. Going back to the light side. No, I'm not. I'm going to go to the mid. And then what we can do is we can start to blend that bit out. And then we're going to do the same into this bit. I absolutely adore my tri-blends, Joe.
They are so
Absolutely
easy
love
to
them.
use, aren't they? I mean, even I've used them successfully in the past. So, and I have coloured very, very limited colouring experience.
I don't know what it is, because I love my classic pens, and I know the classic pens work in the same way with tri-blends. It's just obviously you've got your one colour, but you've got your 3 blends. Don't know if it's, I don't know, psychological or whatever it is, but just that option of having the one pen, the 3 there in your hand, being able to go back and forwards, changing, blending, shading with them, makes it so much simpler, and such a fab result. But as we always like to say as well, if you do want to go in with maybe just the one tone of colour, you absolutely can, but at least you've got that option as well. So I'm only going to do just a little bit more, Joe, and then what we'll do is I'll show you the one that we've also got. Let's go into the cloud here. So I'm going to go back into the cloud. Now with this one, what I'm away to do with the cloud, you can do with things, anything that's all white, for instance, like snowmen or that you don't know, how do you colour something that's completely white? You know, you want to add a bit of colour, but you're not sure what to do. So something like a snowman or a cloud or that, if you go in with your lightest of grey, or close to being your lightest, this one being ice grey too, and all that I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the swirls.
Oh, nice.
Of the cloud.
This is really clever, isn't it? Because you create the illusion of it being coloured white by adding the grey. It always astounds me, this.
Yeah. You could as well, if you wanted to, if you don't have a grey, which, you know, if you've got the set of that, you're going to have a grey, but you can equally do it with something like your ice blue. So if you go with the lightest of your ice blue, that would work as well. I do say that the grey, that does work the best, but your something like your ice blue would work. Equally the same as if you were to go round the image, a nice grey blue would work as well. And Sarah Kay, who's designed a few of our stamps over the past, for instance, the illustrated animals as well as the floral birth month, she does the same as well. She goes round with ice grey too as well. And it just makes that little bit more of a difference. But what it does is, because it's alcohol base, it will get slightly light, or not much, but very, very slight. And then what happens is it starts to give you that illusion that it's actually got a little bit of roundness onto it. And then I just need to do our face. Gold, it was the gold yellow I was looking for. It's gold brown. I've got another set at the side. I wonder if I've got it. Gold yellow. Here we go. So let's go in now. So I'm just going to test this one here. No, see, that's too tan. Must be the tan. Where am I? Let's find it.
Sue says, I used to live in a house that was built in 1650. It definitely had a ghost that used to stand next to my bed and watch me. I never saw it, but I felt it very strongly. I agree. Adam's saying no. I'd be straight out the door. I'm with you there, Adam.
Yeah, no, I think that would be good. So I had the tan all along. I started to use it for her hair. I meant to do it with her face earlier on. But you know what? Let's go for it anyway. So I'm going to go in with the lightest tone with the tan here. So when it comes to the hair, I should have done it with I was going to do it with the gold brown. But hey ho, I've changed it slightly, but we're still going to get a really nice effect. So I'm going in here with the lightest tone. Now with this one, because I've happened to use the same colour, Joe, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go all in with the darkness. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a two-tone blend on this one. So I'm going to go round the edges here, just round into her ear, in her neck. I'm going to go under her eye, just her nose. Let's go under her eyelid here. And then I'm going to blend it out with that lightest tone. I'm going to go in here. Let's do our arm. So we're going to go in with the lightest tone. I'll still only do the two-tone on this way. So it's slightly darker than the one that I'd coloured was it last night or yesterday afternoon between shows. I'll show you anyway. So the mid, and then I've still got quite a few I want to show you. So I would come in, maybe do her foot, maybe do that other dove, but we can see how that's starting to come together on that one there. Then what we can do is if we go around with the die, so you've got the die to go around.
Always colour and then die cut, Craig?
Usually you'll find that I will die cut and then I'll colour. Something with a larger image like this, what I will then tend to do is I will then start to, or I have started to do the stamping first, because I've been using my larger stamping platform. What that means is it gives me an area to pop my magnetic discs onto.
Okay.
You know, if I was to die cut first and go into my large stamping platform, you've not got anywhere to put your discs on. So if it's smaller images, yes. For instance, like our spinning characters or our twirling characters, penny sliders, them I will start to do the die cutting first and then the stamping. Something large like this, where I'm wanting to use my large platform, I will use the stamping first, then the die cutting. So let's pop this one through.
Sue's come back. She says, I just got used to it. I used to say goodnight to it before I went to sleep. Wow. So Yolanda said, I've had things move around in my house and heard footsteps in a room that no one was in when I'm the only person in the house. Many strange occurrences. No, I'm scared of all those kind of things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just couldn't. No, although the house, the flat that I live in now was a mill that was a converted mill with flats, apartments in them, but it's from 1901, and it was a mill that like a lot of people worked in. So, who knows? Maybe there's some spirits in my house.
Maybe you'll need to. Has anything ever happened?
No, Adam did point out there. He just said, yeah, loads of spirits. I bet it's filled with gin and vodka. It is, but yes, I meant like spirits as well.
Brilliant, I love that. Now what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm not going to go round it all. This is the one that we've just done, so we've still got a little bit more to do. What I was doing a minute ago is this is where now with my ice grey 2, like I talked about with our Tri-Aqua pens, what I would do is draw around all the way around with the ice grey 2. But what I am going to do is, because I'm going to finish the card, so I want to put an image that I've fully finished. So using the same way, the only difference was with the actual tones of the skin that I changed slightly. But having a look at the cloud there, see what I mean by that little bit of a difference that the grey gives you. So what we can do then is let's bring our card in together. So I've done a 5x5 card and I've cut it at an angle. So we've got a triangle base towards the left hand side.
Nice.
So what we can do, just a few layers to assemble this one. Let's go in with our paper pad. What we've done with my tape runner, which is here. And I've also taken one of our nesting dies, Joe. This one, and I still keep saying it's our relatively new nesting dies. We've had them out for quite some time now, but it's one of our newer ones, the fancy ones, yeah. So that can go into here. Then what I've done is I've taken a piece of our purple from our 12x12 cardstock. So what I've done to get that triangle is I cut it to the same as my card blank, so 5x5, and then I trimmed it down at an angle. That gives me my perfect fit into our card blank base. So we can go into place here. So if I layer it up, and I actually did as well, I trimmed just a couple of millimeters off each bit so that it gives us that little white border.
Well, that's smart, isn't it?
It's nice. It really does give you a little bit more of a focal point as well by having that highlight of the white. But if we pop this one on, then what I'm going to do is that can go into here. So let's pop it.
How are we going to pick a demo of the show today, Craig? It's going to be a tight run thing, I'm thinking.
Why? Because you've liked them?
I like them all, yeah.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. You always compliment me. It's very much appreciated.
Anytime.
So here we go. So we can go in with our foam pads now. Now what we're going to do with her is we're going to have her towards the bottom left-hand side. And I'm going to put a few foam pads just down the centre. So she's going to sit here. So what I have already done as well, because these are just sentiments, so I've already done these ones. I've gone in with You Are a Blessing. Now, I haven't used any of the additional stamps that come within the set because you've still got these extra ones. So you could then maybe start to do little bits of decoupage if you want. You've got maybe your elements where you can start to build scenes because you've got them so they're fluttering about. You've got your extra roses. So You Are a Blessing, that's what we're going to use. But you also have You Are Heaven Sent as well. So some really nice, thoughtful, but straight to the point sentiments as well. It's nice to include onto your cards, onto your projects. So that can go into another piece of purple from our card. So let's have her kneeling on the cloud towards the bottom left. So she's got the dove in her hand. Then we can come in with her sentiment on with a pad. So if we set this one into place. Now, I want it, so it's just tucking out. So if I set that one here, so it's sitting out here, but it's still also just over the edge of our nesting die. So you'll see as we open that up, we've got it looking
beautiful,
like that.
isn't it?
So if we bring it into place here, and what's really good with these ones, within all of these Conie Fong stamps, you can of course make huge big cards if you so wish, but these are so good to making your smaller cards. So either your 5x7, 5x5, 6x6, maybe even smaller ones, C6, all these different ones that you can do as well. Really nice set, really cute set, and really thoughtful sets as well.
They are indeed. It's very, very busy out there. A lot of you loving these. Very busy across all the individuals. Far and away the most popular option though is to go for the whole collection. Over a third now of our total launch stock has gone. I'm going to quickly whiz through these now and give you a chance to get your baskets checked out. So in here you've got Angel Messenger. You also have Angel Whispers, Angel Wishes, Angel Prayers, Twinkling Angel, and also Friendship Angel. A brilliant price on these, considering you're not only getting the stamps, you are getting those incredible dies as well. I'm going to give you a chance to check out your basket. So while you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
Extremely busy there on those Conie Fong stamps. Something else that you guys are loving at the moment is the tri-blend markers. Now this one here is a 24-piece collection. That means you're actually getting, what, 72 markers within here, which is awesome. It's the deep blends collection that you're getting. So you'll see all your colours here. You're getting magenta, burnt orange, aqua blue, pink violet, gold yellow, alpine green, dusty purple, vintage blue. You've then got red brown, yellow green, antique pink, muted brown, coral, dark red, pink, bright pink, tan, brown grey, gold brown, blue turquoise, jade green, true blue, pale pink, the earth brown and the ice grey as well. So really lovely selection of colours for you in there. $67.99 in the UK, $101.95 becomes $54.39 or $81.56 as a platinum member. Do not miss out on those. Right, which one's the most popular? Angel Wishes. Is that one that we just... let me just think which one that is.
We're going to be doing next, funny enough.
Oh, is it? No, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to let Craig show you.
Oh, Bina, right, okay, yeah, it'll go straight to me, perfect. No, I'm not going to say no, let's go at me then. Here we go. Let's go in. So what we're going to go in here. I thought you were maybe going to go to another stamp set and then come back to me with the wishes one. So that's why. So here we go.
Twinkle Angel is the other one they like.
Is that the other one?
They are the two most popular ones.
Oh, my planned one next.
Let me get my Twinkle Angel for you.
You do that. Yeah, my planned one next was the Friendship Angel, so the little boy. So that was my
this one
plan
here
for
is
next
Twinkling
one.
Angel.
That's not the time, is it?
Yeah. Where's it go?
Wow.
This is the one with the chicks, the little chickens.
The little chickens. The little chicks.
Yeah, nature's not my strongest point, Craig. I'm sure you know you've worked that out by now. I know we know each other well enough. Tracy Hope says, I never think of offset the image on the nested mat and layers. Very impactful. Joy loves that demo. Mary loving that last demo as well, as is Sue and Mary Lee too. I think that's going to be the demo of the show, that one, you know, Craig.
Do you think so?
If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I think that's going to be the demo of the show. And who knows, then it's going to face off with Craig's Craft Along, let's not forget. So, yeah, we'll pick a card of the day or demo of the day as well a little later in this show.
Going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Although I'm glad I'm not you guys at home having to choose, that's for sure. I get the fun of creating them. So here we go. Let's go in now. And what we're going to do with these ones, Joe, is use our colour blend pencils.
Oh, fantastic.
I really wanted to give you kind of a different scope of tri-blends, tri-aquas, and then our colour blends. So we're doing a few mediums throughout the show. So what we can do is let's restamp this one again, just so that we can go in and then we can pick out any of the extra detail here. So stamping this one, so I've gone in with our alcohol proof and I'm using our Noir Black for this one. You can be using any of the other colours within the alcohol proof, but as you can see, I do like to use Noir Black a lot. What I'll sometimes use a lot as well is the Flagstone, because it's more of a deeper grey, but I do like to use the Noir Black. So what we've got, look at that impression there.
Beautiful.
Sitting there, standing there, or she could be sitting depending on how you work it in with your cards there. Now what you could also do as well, Joe, is if you wanted to do a bit of fussy cutting, and maybe you didn't want her to have the wings, you could just fussy cut round her arms and then just round the top around her neck, and then you could then eliminate those wings as well. So, you know, there is ways around it. If you like the image of her holding that posy of flowers, but don't want the wings, then you do have that bit of versatility as well. So what we can then do is I'm going to then go in with my colour. So I'm going to go in with the essentials for this one first and foremost. So I think actually let's go into the primaries as well. So we've got the primaries within my little one here. So let's have a look. So I want to see if I can get what colour we're going to go for. I'm going to pick these ones. Here we go. So I'm wanting the Seafoam. So we're going to go from the Seafoam. This one being set from the primary I'm picking. I don't have mine in the tin, I've got them in this little cup. So we're going to go for the Seafoam on this one. And then let's go now back to our essentials. So if we go in with, let's go in with the cinnamon. That can be our hair. Cinnamon. We're going to do that one. Let's actually go for maybe a lighter tone as well, because we can build up the colour. So if we go maybe saddle brown or maybe eggshell.
Pencils are hugely underrated, don't you, Craig?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and you know, I'm I blame myself as well, as I've thought that for a while as well, but I really started to use them. And then when you get a bit more comfortable with them, because it doesn't take a lot to start to do the blending with them. You'll have seen Sarah in the past. Have we got a bottle? You do get.
I've got some over here. It's on the show. Do you want it?
I think I've got mine here, or I thought I did anyway. And do we have the
stump? I'm not
stumps
sure.
as well. I'm here, don't
He's
worry,
in the craft
I'm here.
vault.
I've not gone far. We did have...
Do you want me to see? Do you want me to go and see if Jake's got one for
yeah,
you?
please. We did always have a bottle here. I'm wondering maybe Sarah could have been using it on HSN the other day. Maybe it's through in the other studio. I was convinced that I had set myself another bottle, my own one, but do you know what? I'm not going to spend too long looking. Joe's away to speak to Jake and get one. So what we can do to start with is let's go in with the dress, going in with the seafoam. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out an element at the moment. So let's go over onto this part of our dress. And I'm going to go in a bit light and we're going to lay the colour down. So I'm doing it quite light-handed so we can get a light tone. And then if you choose not to use the blending solution, because you don't have to, then what you do is you get a bit heavier and heavier and heavier with the colour, build it up that way, and then this is where you can start to really do the shading, following all the lines within the dress, or whichever image you're choosing to colour.
I was really surprised to learn, Craig, that you can use this in conjunction with your alcohol markers as well.
Oh, as you'd say, we might actually have a few samples behind me. I'll have a look in a minute where they've been used in conjunction with your alcohol markers, like you say, Joe. They are absolutely spectacular when you start to incorporate them in that way. I've never done it. I've never tried it yet, but having a look at some of what we've had in the past to show you, it does look phenomenal, doesn't it? So here we go. So going in now. Just picking out another couple of colours. Maybe go, I'm not sure if I want to go for the emerald or maybe the ivy. Let's have a look at a couple more that I've got here. All right, let's go in. I'm going to look at going to the naturals.
Because we use them as children, you almost think that these are the same as that, but these aren't. These are artist grade pencil that you've got. No chalk, no fillers, incredible quality pigment. So if you've not used these kind of pencils before, forget about everything that you know from previous, inexpensive pencils that you may have used at things like at school and stuff like that.
So what I've done...
I'm trying to do secret signals to Johnny, yes? He doesn't need the solution, he just needs the stump. I'm bringing you my solution. I've got the solution.
You've got the solution. Thank you. So I think there's some stumps here, it's just the solution.
Oh, we've got it. We've solved it with the solution.
Thank you, Jake.
It only took us 4 minutes to get the solution sorted, didn't it, Craig?
Yeah, we found the solution of the solution. What I've done, so that first one that I went down with is the seafoam. Then what I've done is I've gone over into my naturals and I've picked out the duck egg, and I'm going a little bit more heavy-handed on this one, and I'm going to start to lay that colour down. So what we could then do is we could go back into the seafoam, and then we could start to blend those two out together. Or then what you could do as well, I'm going to add in with a bit of the emerald now. And I'm going to go down the side here. I'm going to go in with those little lines. And then if I come in now, Joe, with that solution and the stumps, so we've got a few stumps here. I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to come in here. So let's take this one off. I'm going to go in with one of the stumps. What I'm going to do as well is you have a look on the website and see, we usually have an accessory kit as well, and it's got a little bit of a sharpener, a little pad, and it's
Like
got
a little sanding board.
Sanding board, yeah. Only because I've already got some colour on this one, and I don't want that to mix in with my duck egg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that excess off just for a second. So that should be enough, and that should do it. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to dip that into my solution, and I don't need much, but you can see straight away how much it's gone on here. It changes, it goes dark. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work them over the top, and I'm going to blend, well really it's 3 colours that I've done, blend the 3 in, pulling it in, and then the difference from when you blend them in, it looks spectacular. Gives you a smooth,
Like an Instagram
flow.
filter, isn't it, for your colouring?
That is a brilliant way of describing it, Joe. Really good way.
And I'm guessing if you wanted to take the time and build those colours up, you could achieve this, could you, without the solution, Craig?
Absolutely.
But this is just
Absolutely.
making it easier, if anything?
It's making it easier, and it's making it quicker as well. If you want to build it up yourself, then you can do. You're going to get that real nice smooth effect, build up of colour. And similar to the tri-blends or the classics, what I'm doing, Joe, is I'm going in with a lighter tone. And don't think you have to do the 3-tone blend. It's nothing like that. If you're wanting to do the shading or that, then you obviously maybe still stick to the same colour theme, but you don't just have to do 3 of them. You might want to do 2, you might want to do 4, you might want a real hit of shading and do more than that amount of colours. But we can go in now. I'm going to go back. So that was the seafoam that I've done. I've now gone in with the duck egg blue, and then I'm going to follow some of these lines within our dress, building up the colour.
What kind of paper are you using for these pencils, Tracy Ross would like to know?
So this cardstock that I'm using is our Nina. So our Nina, because we're going to be, we're doing blending out. So we're going in with this one. If I was doing any of our aqua pencils, then that would be our watercolour card. So when it comes to our colour blend, I'm using our Nina for this one. So what I'm then going to do, once again, is let's go down into the edges. And the thing, if you are going to use the blending solution, Joe, you don't need to worry too much if you get some harsh lines, because you're going to go and blend them out with the solution. Alternatively to that, if you're not using the solution, you can still just come back with the lightest tone that you've done and blend them out.
Mariah's asking if these are wax-based, these pencils, Craig.
Say that again,
Are
sorry?
they wax-based
They are,
pencils?
aren't they? Yeah.
Awesome.
They are indeed.
Crafty Girl, Flower Valadez says, this is a great show. Thank you so much for showing all the different mediums. I'm addicted to tri-blend, but have been wanting to use my Spectrum Noir colour blends for a while. I'm just not as practiced, so watching you gives me courage. Thanks, Craig. That's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, that's really nice. It's really nice to hear, and it's our absolute pleasure to be able to do that within the show for you. So what we can do is we can blend that out a little bit more on its own, but even then, Joe, quite like how we're getting that movement within her dress. I am going to come in with the stubs. Johnny, did we have the sharpener on the show? Because what I want to do, now this may...
Not many of the sharpeners.
Not many.
You might think it's a bit insignificant and all sharpeners are the same, but Leanne will tell you, you'll end up in the law court, Leanne, if you think that. The sharpener is as important as the pencil, isn't it, Craig?
It is. And this may blow some of your minds. Now, this is going to go for our pencils. This is going to go for any pencils out there, whether you're writing with them, whatever pencil it is. Don't turn the pencil.
No.
Turn it around, and then what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to turn the sharpener. So popping it in, keep the pencil still, and turn the sharpener. And then by doing it that way, it's actually going to protect the colour, the wax, the lead inside, depending what pencil you're doing or using. It's going to protect it, and it's going to make it a nice, clean, sharp edge. If you do your sharpening of your pencils the other way, so the way that most of us do, and we actually use the pencil, turn the pencil, what's happening is how many times have you gone to sharpen a pencil and the lead's broke? And then you do it again and it's broke again because you're weakening the lead or the wax, depending what pencil you're using, you're weakening it. So whatever pencils you're using out there for writing, even if they're inexpensive ones, whatever reason, turn the sharpener, not the pencil.
I'd always get told off at school for tapping my pencil against the edge of the desk as well, like just bouncing it off the edge of the work surface.
Yeah.
You'll break it.
You'll break it. And then
you're
going to be breaking the lead throughout the pencil, aren't you? So what we can do now is we can go in with our stump and blending that out. If you do go with the stubs, there's a few different sizes with them, and it's recycled paper within the stumps.
It gives such a wonderful smooth finish though.
Yeah.
Someone else who was here, Carrie was saying, the solution gives an awesome smooth finish. She says she also uses hers with a paintbrush as well sometimes to get a slightly different effect, Craig. Another nice way of using it.
That's I've never tried that, but that's a really nice way. Quite like that idea. Maybe need to try and give that a shot as well. So you can see the difference, and there's nothing wrong with blending without the solution. You get a real nice effect as well. But then, Joe, you might want to still come in, and I'm going to show you my finished one just in a moment because you're going to see the difference by really layering up the colour. But let's go in with, let's do a little bit of cinnamon and eggshell. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with her hair now, and I'm going to do little bits of her hair at a time. And you'll see that specifically when it comes to pencils or even the tri-blends / classiques, what I do is I do small patches at a time. I don't necessarily go over the full lot. So I'm going to do this part first. So I've gone in, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with the cinnamon, and then we can start to do highlights. And then if you are blending without the solution, you can go back in and you can start to layer them up. But we will come in with this blending solution in a moment. So we can go into here. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I don't know about you, but are you all right if we'll go over and we'll finish and just create this card, because I really want to do this last demo that I've got. Sound like a good idea?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to vote on card of the show at some point.
So we will.
So have you got a finished one for the card?
I do.
The last one. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to vote on all of them then, which is fantastic. And then we'll have to do card of the day as well. I'll run you through all of the different pencils that are available in just a few minutes as well. So yes, you can get them. I didn't realise we had 5 sets. I don't think I've ever seen 5 sets in stock, Craig, of these colour blend pencils. I think we must have just recently had a restock on them.
I've got a feeling, yeah, they are not that long back in because they are one of the casualties of what's going on in the world.
Port congestion, which is not something that adversely affects you after you've drunk too much port, as I thought it was.
Oh, does it not?
No, it's a different kind of port, apparently.
Different kind of port.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of port congestion in the world at the moment, which means a lot of things are taking an awful long time to get to us. Ink pads were a big one we've struggled with.
Yeah.
A lot of our Spectrum Noir products, actually, because of the quality of the Spectrum Noir products, there's very, very few factories and manufacturers global that can produce them for us. So if we can't get them from one place, we're kind of a bit stuck. It's the same for these. Leanne tried so many different pencil manufacturers before we went with these, and it is a proprietary formulation as well, which means that they've been designed bespoke for just for us too, which is awesome. And also, I couldn't believe, Craig, when I went out and looked at comparative prices for other big brands out there on the market and what you can pay for pencils. I mean, it is a lot of money. These are incredible value for what you're getting. And also, everyone that's commented about these in the comments so far, they're one of those products, Craig, people sort of and ah about a lot because they are pencils, and I think people are maybe more automatically drawn to pens, but when people get them, they wax lyrical about them.
Yeah, that's a good
See
one.
what I did there? See what I did?
Yeah, and that one, that's a really good one. And you're right.
Tough crowd tonight.
You're absolutely right. And the thing with these ones as well is it doesn't matter how often you use them, these are going to last you so long, because you know you don't need to do a lot of colour, and specifically if you're going to blend the colours up on top of each other, then obviously they're going to prolong each layer that you're doing. But if we were, so this is what we've done so far. So we've done part of our dress that we can see into here. Now with the dress, if I was to carry on with a little bit more of the ivy, and then when it comes to the hair, if I was to use a little bit more of the cinnamon, what we could get is, look at that. And that's the colours that I've used just a moment ago.
Nice.
So that is, with those colours, use the dye and then cut it out. What I have already done as well within these ones here is these are the florals that you get within the set as well. So let's turn this around so you can see. So you've got the gorgeous little girl here. You've got feathers appear when angels are near. I absolutely adore that sentiment. And happy birthday, little angel, with all of these. So what I've done is I've stamped them out same way, and still using my colour blends, I've coloured these ones in with these ones. So I've used peach and cream with some of these ones. So what we can then do is let's start to do a layer. So what I'm going to do is the card that I've already done, let's layer the top half so you can see how it comes together on the top, and then I'll finish or show you the finished card in total. And then nesting dies again. So this is from the same set as what I used within the last demo. So what we can do is let's go in with this one, and I want to really lift this panel up on height, because the finished card that I'll show you, it's going to be an easel card. Actually, I've done quite a few easel cards this week, haven't I?
You are, for someone that says they are a concept-free crafting zone, Craig, is an easel concept card? I think it is.
It is, yeah. Yeah. Easel card and twisted easel cards are kind of as far as I go. It was funny enough, it was just yesterday we were talking about this. I'm not much of one for a side stepper card or any of those sort of concepts. You know, if you want to see any ones like that, you know, Jan, wow, the Two Debbies, wow, the ones that they do. Two Debbies on their craft alongs recently, they've done really spectacular shaped ones.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
So what we can do is we could have her.
You're more traditional, aren't you, Craig?
I like
you
my
know more
straight-
about your fussy cutting, your decoupage, your mats and layers.
Yeah, and I'll use, as mats and layers, I'll use my nesting dies, but I do keep them very straight and on point. I'm not one for, as we say, do any of your kind of unique, fancy concept styles. So what I can do is let's bring a few of these ones in. We can layer these ones up here. So I'm going to pop this one on with my glue gel. So let's, glue gel, funny looking glue gel. Tape runner, we're going to have that. So it's here and tucking underneath her. And then this next one here, let's bring that in with a pad. I'm going to just snip the smaller one off so we can set that one on here. And then what we can do is if we overlap that one there, we've got this one here. This actually reminds me of someone's tattoo.
Whose?
Adam will know. I wonder if Adam can get...
Adam, who's got a tattoo like this? Who has a tattoo like this?
It's going down the wrestling route again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of, Adam. Oh, he was thinking of Bon Jovi.
Oh.
I say I wouldn't have thought that. So we have got, this could be the topper of your card. So what we can do, Joe, is let's bring in the one that I've done and assembled. Same layers, same configuration of layers, but what I've done is I've created an easel card. These are from the set as well, and popping that one on. So let's move these bits out of the way so we can see how that's come together. So either onto an easel, or what you could do is that could just be a full topper on the top of a card if you want. Or it could be one of Joe's favourite, and it could be a tag. Punch a hole in the corner and you've got a really nice cute little tag for maybe a gift or present or something like that. Really nice. I just adore these stamps. So cute. So cute.
Really gorgeous. I tell you what, Craig, did you want to get yourself ready for that card of the show vote?
Let's go for it.
Whilst you do that, I'm going to take you through these pencils. As I said earlier, they are amazing value for money, these pencils, compared to what you'll spend out there for other wax-based pencils on the market. The great thing is they come in this gorgeous tin for you as well. You do get a little layer over those. Definitely don't take them out the pin. Keep them in the tin and it will protect them as well, which is awesome. As we said, there's an amazing pigment in here. There's no talc, no filler, none of those stuff. They are just really, really awesome value for money. You got a 15% saving on them. Sometimes we bundle them together. What we're going to let you do this time is choose. So there's 5 different options. I'm going to show you the boards which have got the different options on them. So you can go for the essentials, and in here you get white linen, eggshell, cream, pistachio, sage, vintage blue, Prussian blue, peach, canary, pumpkin, nectarine, twilight blue. You've got the saddle brown, cinnamon, russet, vivid pink. You then got pink, violet, mulberry, jade, smoke, pewter, taupe, and the black in there as well. Beautiful. I'm not going to do that for all of them because I think we're going to be here for ages to take us to the end of the show. I didn't realise quite how many colours you were getting in there for a second. The next ones we've got for you are the florals, and that's all of these ones just here in this bottom panel. So colours such as a really lovely fireweed in there. I love boysenberry, what a great name. Things like the poppy in here as well, geranium, fuchsia, really beautiful colours there for you too. The next ones we've got, these ones here are your primaries that you've got on the top half of this board. So these 24 colours here. Sorbet, we were talking about sorbet earlier, weren't we, Craig? Things like maroon, that wonderful blackberry, the mauve, the cedarwood, they're all coming in there for you. The next one here is your shades and tones. You got things like the night sky, harbour blue, loving that passion fruit in here, sangria, sea urchin, another fantastic 24 colours in there for you. And finally, then the naturals too. Things like the snow, the citrus, avocado, stone in here, walnut, paprika, gorgeous coffee and alpine. Very, very natural, those ones. $22.49 or $31.45 for any of those, which is absolutely fantastic value for money. It really is. A lot of you multi-ordering on those and snapping up a few of them, which is definitely well worth doing. Right, Craig, demo of the show.
Okie doke. Let's go. And we'll include the one that I'm away to do just in a moment, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's go for it. So these are, I'm going to include the finished one of what we've just done. And then we'll do the little boy as well. So I'll space it. Oh, there we go. Sorry, that was me, Adam. Sorry, we'll move that there. 1, 2, let's just set that one into there. So 1, 2, 3 or 4. There we go. So I think there we go.
So 1 is the blowy.
Yep.
2 is the one with the dove there. 3, the one with that. I love the wings with the heart.
Yeah.
And 4, the little boy. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Brilliant. Let us know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. And who's our social media superstar? I did get it, didn't I, earlier, and now I can't find it again. Is it Rachel? I think it might be Katie. Anyway, we'll find out for you. Right, let me run you back through the stamps. I need to tell you, I'm really surprised how much of these has gone actually. A whacking great 40% of the stock here sold out and gone. If you're watching this show back at a later date, definitely check the website for the stock situation. I think the fear is with these, Johnny, I think, isn't it? The 3 that were not featured on HSN will go first, and then that way you won't be able to get the whole collection, and maybe then you'll come back and only have the other 3 that were on HSN available. So if you want all 6, then absolutely go for these. If you want to get the 3 that you couldn't get on HSN, then absolutely you can do that. They're available individually. They're also on a 2 for £20 or £20 or $25. Best way to get the best value, of course, is to go for the full collection. Remember, you're also getting that wonderful tri-blend in there. Let me quickly whiz through these for you. So you're getting Angel Messenger, Angel Whispers, Angel Wishes. Angel Wishes, by the way, is the most popular individually. You've also got Angel Prayers, Twinkling Angel. That's your second favourite. And this one, Friendship Angel. I thought the Friendship Angel was going to be the most popular one. I really, really did. Craig, do you think you've got time to squeeze that last demonstration in?
I think we will manage that, and what we're going to do is we'll go back to the tri-colour, aquas for these ones here.
Awesome.
So we'll do that one. Let's just pick out a couple of these ones first and foremost. What I want to say as well is, let's bring it in. I got sent this, Joe.
Oh, nice.
From Denise Curtis.
Oh, how lovely.
This was her very first
No.
image. She's written me a note as well. Very first time using her, the tri-blends.
Wowzers.
I thought I would send you this card as my first card with the tri-blends.
That looks fantastic.
And she sent me a lovely little note as well. And I actually got it, I think it was yesterday, it arrived. So first chance I've been able to say thank you. So thank you very much, Denise. I really appreciate that. Even more so that is the very first colouring you've done with our tri-blends and you sent it to me. It's very much appreciated. So thank you. So nice, you know. And, you know, we're all very lucky that, you know, lots of you out there will do bits of crafting and send it to us. So anyone that sends us anything, we really appreciate it, don't we, Joe?
Absolutely, we do. We love receiving, cards and notes and all sorts of things. If you want to find the address to send us stuff, it's on the website. It's the HQ address. We'll accept anything, won't we? Sweets, homemade fudge, money. You name it. Yeah, not financial gifts. I think that goes against some sort of anti-bribery. He said money. I think there's some sort of anti-bribery.
There is on that one.
You know, it's like the MP's lobbying scandal all over again.
White chocolate, Coca-Cola, Yankee candles.
Absolutely.
We are joking that, you know, just sending us little handmade, you know, you don't have to, but it is very much appreciated when you do.
Even just your warm wishes will do.
Exactly, more than enough.
Warm wishes.
More than enough. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to get this one in, Joe, and obviously we're a bit short of time, what I've done is I've used the Friendship Angel for this one. I've stamped this using our Noir Black waterproof, and this is what we've got. Our little boy's holding the little doggy here, and then what we've got is a few other ones. So I've stamped, and that, I wouldn't say that's a fox. It looks a bit more, is it a cat, is it? Cat with
It's
wings.
a cat, Craig, come on.
Is it a cat? And that's a dog.
I mean, if that's what foxes look like to you, then you need to get down Specsavers.
Look, you know, it's okay. Yeah, no cats do, but it's more of a foxy tail on that.
How can you? Could we just zoom in on this coloured one here? If you want to zoom in, you'll see.
Yeah, but that's the way it's been coloured.
Like a cat, which is what it is.
Yeah, but if you coloured it more in a brown, or maybe the dog, like the dog underneath.
Well, if you painted me with stripes, I'd look like a zebra, Craig. That's not the point.
Well, that is the point. It's the way it's been coloured. It could be a fox. All right, okay.
It's not your colouring water you're drinking there, is it?
No, although I'll need it after this one, that's for sure.
Oh dear.
What we're going to do is let's go. Do you know something? I'm looking forward to the weekend, but do you know something? I'll take bad not being around these guys. Because
we'll miss you, Craig.
Such a laugh. Such a laugh. That's not an invite for me to come in and do an extra couple of days. So what we're going to do, my phone's going off. We're going
Angel Wishes card, number 3 was the winner, the easel card. I'm going to come and grab it from you, Craig.
Yeah, please do that, Joe, and then I can maybe get on with what I'm meant to do. So what I'm going to go in with now is, let's have a look with the aqua tricolour. We're going to go in with the aquamarine.
I think I look quite good as a zebra, actually, thinking about it.
Not that I'm aware of, Johnny. Joe, do you know?
No. Sally Bond said she sent some chocolate. Maybe it didn't reach us. But do you know what? Things have on a bit of a lag at the moment. Pam sent me a lovely tag for Christmas, and I got it on about the 3rd of April. So I'm sure it'll turn up.
Yeah.
There's sometimes a bit of a delay of stuff getting over from across the way. So we'll go and have a look. I'll investigate certainly, Sally, on Monday.
Yeah, like you say, you can get a few things that are just delayed at the moment. Here, so with this one, what I've done is I'm using a mix of the teal and the aquamarine. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to start to blend that one out. So we can go in again with the aquamarine on this one. And I'm going to pop the colour down. I'm not necessarily doing blending out. What I want to do, all about doing a little bit of a base. And then what I'm going to do now is if I go in with the teal.
I thought I broke your craft along for a second then, Craig. I was having a bit of a moment there.
Oh, were you?
I thought I'd broken it. Can I just quickly pause you for 1 second?
Of course you can.
Get the vote going for the card of the day, did you want to go for Craig's Craft Along, which is this one just here, which is that incredible pop out that he did earlier in the Craft Along with those wonderful cupcakes. So that is your first option. So number 1. Or number 2, which was the one that we just voted for that just won in this show. So number 1 or number 2, let me know. You've got about 5 minutes to vote. So get those votes in, please. And it's Amy is our social media superstar.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. I think it's a good job we're not together tomorrow.
I think
Just
so
putting
as
it out
well,
there.
no way.
I need Debbie to come in tomorrow, restore a little bit of calm, you know, because she's known for restoring calm and being, you know.
I'm like the calm before the storm. That's what I'm like.
She's
with
known
Debbie.
for her calming properties and being very, you know, zen and on a level. So Debbie Robinson tomorrow. Who knows what'll happen? Anne says now Joe needs to come to work in a zebra costume. Well, apparently there's this thing the kids go to, isn't there? Oh, my microphone's gone.
Oh, your mic's gone, is it? Is it all down to me now, is it? So apparently there's this thing where kids, I don't actually know what Joe was about to say, but no, I don't know. I don't know why I'm looking at Joe because, yeah, you can't go. Right, so what I've done is I've now gone over into our greys. So I've gone in with the slate, and what I'm going to do is go in with the down into the legs here, and then I'm going to go in with a wee bit more of the deeper shade. So let's just darken that to match the other side. So let's go into here, and then if I go back now, so let's go into the bark on this one, and then I'm going to pick it out. I'm not adding any extra water to my brush. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, and we're going to go in with these accent lines into here. So if
I was saying, Craig, before I was rudely cut down in my prime there by technology, that yes, in Ibiza or Ibiza, I don't know how you say it where you're from, which is a party island in the Mediterranean, there is like a club that everyone goes to, like a day club, and I think it's called like the Zoo or something like that, and people get themselves all painted in this incredible animal body paint, Craig, like along their faces, down their arms and stuff.
That's
looks
going to be Johnny
amazing.
over the weekend.
Absolutely, with his man bag on.
Yep.
I've never been to Ibiza, have you, Craig?
Have you not? I have, but
Have you?
I was as not as an over 18-year-old. I was a little child
Were
with
you?
the family.
Beautiful, very expensive is what I hear. The White Isle it's called, not sure why.
Do you know what one of my favourite holidays was as well? Obviously back in the day before everything has gone on, was Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia, which is now what, Croatia? Yeah, Croatia is very high on my list. Athens and Croatia are like right at the top for me, Craig, and Venice. I've been trying to get there for about a year now, but fingers crossed, soon, Craig, soon. There is talk of summer holidays this summer from the UK.
So they're saying,
so they're telling us, so that'll be good with a little bit of extra testing and some vaccinations. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And obviously, hopefully soon I'll get to the States. I was meant to be going on the 4th of May to Los Angeles and to San Francisco. So fingers crossed that we'll make that happen.
Me and Mum were meant to be in New York June last year.
We'll make up for it, Craig.
Oh, we will.
We'll make up for it.
I think for us two anyway, I think maybe we'll leave it another year or so before we'll look to rebook for New York. But it's just good knowing that we'll be able to do it again and start travelling. So with this one, what I've gone and done over into the bark, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to start to blend that one out. And when it comes to the aqua pens or maybe the aqua colours that I'm using or that, the good thing is you don't need to be overly precise. As you can see when it comes with using the paintbrush, Joe, I'm really just going in with the brush and water, starting to basically kind of like dilute it out, blend it out. It was watercolour card and it was our Noir Black waterproof ink pad that I used.
Demo of the day, Craig. I'm shook.
You're
I
sure?
really am. I'm shooketh, as the children say. It's number 2, Conie Fong.
Oh, wow.
I was really surprised. I thought it was going to be that awesome craft launch you did, but no, Conie Fong is the winner.
Yeah.
So that is going to go onto the cabinet of creativity. On it goes.
I'm just over the moon as to whatever you vote for when it comes to what I've made.
As long as it's yours.
Well, no, it's, you know, we'll wait and see. When do we do the big vote? Is it Sunday? Is it still
Sunday, yeah. Be Ben here, I believe, on Sunday.
Because, well, last Sunday, because it was between, or last week.
Bernie won last week, didn't she?
That's right. So it wasn't the Sunday voters. Whatever day I was on, it was me and Sarah, and quite rightly, Sarah won on that day because that was the launch of our Letters from the Heart.
Ah, yes.
And she beat me on that one, which I don't hold any grudges because it was a phenomenal card, or it was actually a project, wasn't it, that she done.
This is coming together beautifully, Craig. It really, really is.
So it's going kind of like one end to the extreme in the colours. So this one we've gone a lot more darker than this one, and going in, dabbing in with little bits of colour. That colour I used there was the topaz. No, yeah, it was topaz. Is it topaz? Yeah, it is. Topaz. I always think of topaz as being like a green. I think because our water reactive green topaz. I think that's why I think of green.
Topaz is a gemstone.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So what I'll do is I'll finish, or I'll show you the one that I've done. I actually done it on, what's days? This is Friday, so I've done it on Wednesday night, and I've already die cut it out that we've got
Beautiful.
here. And then what I've also done is a little bit of a DL card. So using our texture card, some pattern paper. I've also taken one of our decorative dies, which I want to say it's from the Garden of Love. I actually had it sitting on my desk, and I just used it down to the side. Sure, it's the Garden of Love. So we could be layering it up. We can then pop him on to the side. We've got...
Monkey Head Bonkers wants to know who has the most demo wins. It's Debbie Robinson.
It is. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Debbie.
Is anyone else, looking at this is reminding me, is anyone else getting a bit dog broody at the moment? So many people in the UK have puppies. It feels like it's puppy central when you go out for a walk, Craig, at the moment. Everyone's got new puppies and it makes me so broody to get one. Yeah. I'm not going to because I don't have the time, but...
Well, that's like me. I'm exactly like you, Joe, but it wouldn't be fair. You know, I know you guys and that, I've got friends here now. However, because the amount that
How about a studio dog?
Oh, Adam won't have it. Adam said no.
Did he?
Yeah. We've tried in the past.
Is this right, Adam? Oh. Adam just suggested in my ear studio dog, and then when we get to the crux of it, turns out that Adam's the reason we don't have a studio dog.
Yep.
It's like that, is it, Adam? Okay.
He's the one. We've said maybe a little dog pen in here because it's huge enough. We'd
Little
be able
Shih
to fit
Tzu?
it. Yep.
Little cockapoo?
Labrador. So there we go. So we've
Beautiful,
got a nice
Craig.
little card on this one here. But yeah, totally agree with you. But obviously the amount that I work, I know we're not travelling as much, but always being in here, it wouldn't be fair to have a dog.
Absolutely. There are a lot of time, but how beautiful. You get the next best thing, Craig, is you get to colour them in and pop them on your cards. So what more could you want? Let me run back through this. Exceptionally busy on this collection. I knew this was going to be busy, this show, Craig, but it's been even busier than we'd expected it to be. I knew you'd love them because you did it on HSN. A lot of you coming back and completing your collection. A lot of you going for the full collection. Remember what you're getting in here. The Angel Messenger. This one is your Angel Whispers. There's Angel Wishes. You've got the Angel Prayers, Twinkling Angel, and also Friendship Angel. The Conie Fongs we did 2 lots of Conie Fongs, didn't we? We did a regular set with Conie Fong, then we did a Christmas set with Conie Fong as well. Both of those were off the chart amazing launches, so I knew this would be. I think the fact that we've introduced the dies into here now as well really does bring it to a new dimension. You know, you're able to layer it up, you're able to decoupage elements if that's what you want to do. If you're not the best fussy cutter, this makes it super simple for you. £60 if you're in the UK, that becomes £48 £48 as a platinum member. $75 becomes £60 as a platinum member. Platinum members are saving over £33 or $34, which is really, really awesome value for money. You've absolutely loved this show as well. Please don't forget about all the awesome colouring mediums that we've had available for you as well. So there's those tricolour markers. I should say as well, you do get the tri-blend pen in with that Conie Fong collection. We're going to throw a bonus tri-blend pen in there for you too. We had the tricolours, we had those wonderful colour blends on the show, we had the tri-blend brush pens, the regular tri-blends. There's been absolutely loads for you to shop for. If you want to see everything that was on the show, pop yourself over to the website crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, click that shop the show button and you'll see absolutely everything. Craig, when will you be back with us?
I will be back on Monday, so I'm going to be back with, we'll be back with Ben and back with the wake up call. Joe, Johnny, Adam, thank you for the last couple of days. I've had an absolute blast. Thank you to you, because I know we've had a bit of a laugh, but you guys have absolutely loved it as much as we have. And I appreciate all the comments of the demos and that we've been doing. So do follow me, like many of you do already, social media, because I may do a few bits of teasing, certainly on Instagram over the next couple of days. But I will see you back live here on Wake Up Call on Monday, where we're going to do it all over again.
Absolutely fantastic. Make sure you join us for that. I'll see you back here for a triple Debbie day tomorrow. In fact, do you know what? Why don't we leave you with a little bit of a sneaky peek as what is coming up here on Crafters TV. Take care. Bye.
Tomorrow, kickstart your weekend with our Play Your Crafts Right show. Are you Team YouTube or Team Facebook? Join myself and Joe at 12 p.m. UK time, 7 a.m. Eastern time for amazing deals and demos. Then we've got an amazing Crafts Vault show lined up for you, because it's all about Debbie's double discounts. So come and join myself and Joe at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, where we'll have some amazing crafty inspiration, and don't forget Debbie's double discounts.